Hello everyone, welcome back to My Creative Ego. So on my last Tuesday morning haul, I told you guys how I had so much crafter's envy from all the other haul videos that were hauling the tonic items. And so I really wanted to kind of search for all of those. And I did not hit the tonic jackpot at all, you guys. These were the only three that I kind of debated about. So I had this in my basket for a while. And then I kind of put them back. I know, right? Kind of silly of me. I'm walking around with these thinking that I'm going to buy them. And the last minute I'm like, no, although they're so cute and so pretty, I don't know how many times I will actually use them. So I put them back for another happy crafter to find. Yeah. What I did pick up was this uppercase, or rather cursive capital stamp set. So this is also by Tonic. So I picked this up because I really like the font on here. I don't know, for some reason it just kind of screams wedding vibes, and so I thought you can use the capital letters, and it also has an ampersand, so you can use that for initials, and then you can also use the numbers on here for dates. They also had a few We Are Memory Keepers items, kind of like your chompers as well as your crocodile, but I already had those tools. The only thing I picked up from that was this spring-loaded scissor, and this was $4.99. And I was able to find some Spellbinders items, which I'm always super happy about. So the first one actually has 4 sets of frames. On the smallest 2 frames, I would recommend if you have an embossing mat to go ahead and use that on there, because if you just cut it out, the embossed images, you can't really see those. And speaking of an embossing mat, you'll also want to use the embossing mat on this next item, which is called Grandma's Bridge. And I don't know, it really does make a lot of difference with the embossing mat. So if you can see here, this is without the embossing mat and this is with an embossing mat. This set actually comes with 9 total pieces. I think the 3 main ones that a lot of us are probably going to use are going to be the bridge as well as the 2 columns on the end. And I don't know, the columns are really cute. I can imagine using that for a lot of other cards as well. And then they also have extra bricks, so you can actually layer on the bricks like they give an example right here. I probably should have cut this out using a lot of different colored cardstock. Red cardstock probably would have went with this as well. And I'm thinking maybe I should have used my chalks, those Inkadinkado chalks that I hauled before. I might try that the next one. But anyways, this is a really nice kind of like backdrop for your cards as well as any type of princess type cards, I think. Again, it does make a huge difference when you're using an embossing mat. This is without the embossing mat and this is with the embossing mat. It just really pops and it has a lot of dimension with the embossing mat on it. And I don't know, I think it just kind of needs a lot of pizzazz to it. So I don't know whether to think of this as being a bridge or maybe even a brick oven for pizza. Huh? It's okay, no worries, laugh till you leak, it just makes it funnier. So you might have seen these Dylusion stamps. I know there's actually quite a few to the collection, but they have some really witty, cute little sayings on here. And I just want to share with you guys some of the ways that I actually used mine. So, of course, the next one says, mostly I just sit around all day being fabulous. And a lot of us already have these stamps from Hobby Lobby. I probably should have added the crown to this. I think the Daiso punch crown would have matched perfectly with this one. This set was $3.99. The next one says, we are all a little broken, but broken crayons still color. And you guys know I've been cleaning my craft room for quite a while, and so I found like this bag of origami crayons that I made. And my last origami tutorial, there wasn't that many views on that one, so I think for this particular one, if you guys want to see a tutorial on this, only because it really does take such a long time to kind of create the tutorials and to kind of put everything together, especially with tutorials. They take such a long time because I always mess up on them, and so I have to refilm it over and over again. But if you guys want a tutorial for this, if I get over, let's say 150 likes or a lot of comments asking me for a tutorial, then I'll go ahead and put a video together for that. So going back to the quotes, they also say, life is hard, your art shouldn't be. Life is a zoo, never feed the monkeys. That's kind of me. And then it says, ugh, people. My brain has too many tabs open. Ask my kids, they know everything. I can hardly wait to regret this. And I'm a rainbow sprinkle in a vanilla world. Yes, that one's a really cute one. I can imagine all kinds of cute stuff you can make with this. Yes, don't do it this way because it'll be very messy and will take a whole lot of time to clean up, right? So the next item is by Dear Lizzy. It comes with 12 acrylic stamps, and I have to say, this is actually one of my favorite stamp sets. When I was working with this one, I had a good laugh. Why? Because I put the stamp on the wrong way and actually inked the wrong side up. But when I was stamping it out, I noticed how crisp and clear the images were, and I was just super happy about all the images on here. Even the word magic, the little stars on here, and then on the inside it says wild and free, a shooting star, I don't know, it just has a lot of detail. As you can see, even the tails on the shooting star are really unique, and I just love this set. It works really well just with cardstock stickers in the stamp. And this particular one I thought would be really cute, you know, for picture day, or, you know, if you rent one of those photo booths, or I don't know, it's just really cute to kind of send like pictures in. And towards the end of the video, if you're interested in these little boxes, I'm actually going to show you the item that I used to make this. And let's move on. Speaking of these boxes, this was another stamp set that I picked up. If I'm going too fast on any of the SKU numbers or dimensions and you guys need a little more time to look at that, don't forget to go ahead and hit the pause button. And I was a little worried about this stamp set because I don't know what this is. I'm going to assume that it's oil for whatever reason, but there was a whole bunch of it on here. And so I didn't even put ink on here. I was just trying to align it to see if it would fit on this part of the cardstock. And I pressed down on it, and that's how much oil. It made an impression on here, as you can see. Yeah, I was really worried that I was getting a dud because when I put the ink on here, it kind of turned out like this, and then I just wiped all of it off and then started again. And as you can see, when you wipe all that oil off, it turns out perfectly fine. And then you can use this as your wedding party favors if you have customized candy. And then also, I probably should have made the background on the photo one blue, because if you have those photo booths at your wedding, you can probably get those photo booth pictures, cut them up, and then you can put them in here and then send them off to family and friends as well. And I have to say, this is another one of my favorite stamps, not just because it's by Stampendous, even though I really, really love Stampendous stamps, but this is really cute because I don't think I have that many baby shower items. So this one's really cute because you can just stamp this onto your die cuts. Like before, if you're assembling a box, you can stamp this on there so you have like a decorative box. Super simple and easy to use, and lots of great pieces on here as well that you could probably individually cut out. So you have the word baby, you have the little duck, you have the word hugs, and you have baby blocks on here as well. And then for the flap, I used a different stamp set. This one says that it's 24 pieces on the SKU number, but it actually comes with 21 pieces, or at least that's what it says. Again, a lot of really cute sayings on here. It says, our, my, family, always, so happy, is everything, love one another, together, fun, I love you, us, all our blessings, cherish, family. And then you have some scrolls on here as well, some flowers and hearts. And apparently I'm going to set a record here, you guys. This is the second stamp that I put on backwards and inked the wrong way. You might have noticed some of the older SKU numbers, and that's only because on my last haul, I had told you I went to a New Tuesday Morning, and they had a lot of the old stuff there, but I didn't post that in my last video only because I didn't have any projects with it, and so that's why I decided to post it onto this video today. So if you are looking for some of the older items, you may want to try other Tuesday Morning stores. And then I also want to talk about the product that I used to make this box that I did not pick up at Tuesday Morning. It was actually from an online haul. But before I do that, I just wanted to say that yes, the Alice in Wonderland haul is still in the making. I have a few more projects to finish up. In the meantime, this is the Spellbinders item that I used to make all those cute little boxes, those party favorite boxes that you saw earlier. I actually got this again from an online haul. I think it's called Boxed In, but it just kind of reminds me of like a Crayola box or a deck of cards. And also, today is Veterans Day, so I do want to take the time to say thank you to all of our veterans.